Here's something most productivity advice gets completely wrong. Silence is not the optimal environment for focus work. Not for most people, not for most tasks. And there's about a century of neuroscience research explaining exactly why, research that the find a quiet room crowd has been ignoring for decades. So, if you've ever wondered why you get more done in a coffee shop than at a silent desk at home, this video is the explanation you've been looking for. Your auditory system never fully switches off. Even when you're in a quiet room trying to concentrate, your brain is doing something researchers call the orienting response. It's an automatic, involuntary reaction. Your auditory system stays on low-level alert, continuously scanning the environment for new sounds and evaluating whether each one is relevant or threatening. In a truly silent room, that system is running at full sensitivity. So when a door closes down the hall, or a car passes outside, or your phone buzzes face down on the desk, your brain doesn't just notice it, it treats it as a potential priority. It pulls resources away from whatever you were doing, evaluates the sound, decides it's irrelevant, and then has to rebuild your focus state from scratch. This is not a discipline problem. It's not that you're easily distracted or bad at concentrating. It's that silence makes your auditory system hyper-vigilant. And a hyper-vigilant brain is physically incapable of the kind of deep, sustained attention that real work requires. That's a problem silence creates. Here's what actually solves it. In 2012, researchers at the University of Illinois ran a series of experiments testing how different levels of background noise affected creative and cognitive performance. What they found was this: a moderate level of consistent ambient sound, roughly 65 to 70 decibels, about the volume of a coffee shop, significantly improved performance on tasks requiring focus and creative thinking, compared to both silence and loud noise. The reason is straightforward once you understand the orienting response. Consistent background noise gives your auditory system something stable to process. It satisfies the brain's need to monitor the environment without constantly triggering the alert response that silence produces. Your brain locks onto the ambient field, decides it's non-threatening and consistent, and stops scanning. That's the moment focus actually becomes possible, not when the room goes quiet. When the room gives your brain just enough to tune out, 65 to 70 decibels, consistent, predictable, non-intrusive. That's the acoustic sweet spot. And it explains why generations of writers, coders, designers, and thinkers have done their best work in coffee shops, libraries, and busy offices, not in silent rooms. So if ambient noise helps, why doesn't music work just as well? Because music carries information. Lyrics activate the language processing centers in your brain, the same regions you're using to read, write, think in words, or follow a logical argument. Your brain can't fully process both simultaneously. It splits attention between the track and the task, and neither gets full cognitive resources. Melody does something similar. Your pattern recognition system tracks the musical structure, anticipating the next chord, the returning chorus, the resolution of a phrase, even when you think you're ignoring it. Lo-fi music reduces this problem but doesn't eliminate it. Any sound with structure, rhythm, or recognizable patterns competes with structured thought. What you need is sound with presence but no information. Environment, not music. That's exactly what ground noise is built to deliver. Every session on this channel is constructed from 3 spatial audio layers, what we call the signal standard. The foreground layer captures the immediate sounds within arm's reach, a keyboard nearby, a cup placed on a surface, the texture of the space around you. The midground layer is the room itself, the HVAC hum, the distant presence of other people working, the acoustic character of the building. The background layer is everything outside. The city, the street, the building's infrastructure, felt more than heard. Together, these 3 layers create a stable acoustic environment that satisfies your auditory system completely, without giving it anything meaningful to track, analyze, or respond to. your brain settles, and then you can work. If you want to test this for yourself, there are 2 sessions on the channel right now. A 2-hour deep work session in a Melbourne coffee shop, warm, social, morning energy, and a 3-hour session on a London co-working floor, professional, consistent, built for long output days. Links are in the description. Try one during your next work block. Your brain already knows what to do with it. The sound underneath everything. Put it to work.